Stack Life, Beat Depression, it's day 719, and we are back on the scene with another somatic healing session to wipe out depression. Thank you guys so much for being here. Everyone who's here now, anyone who's tuning in later. As you know, it's a martial arts for mental health show, and we like to focus in on those mental health tools first. So gratitude going out to everybody tuning in, supporting the cause, supporting each other, showing up for you, showing up for others. I also want to shout out gratitude to Paradox Comics for supporting our cause through that Sack Life Saver program. They have a big anniversary sale coming up this weekend, both Saturday and Sunday. If you get a chance and you're in the New Jersey area, check them out. They also have free stickers there, our free stickers. And as you guys know, we have that sticker program going. For every dollar a business donates, they get a sticker to hand out for free, which then raises awareness to the free programs that we're putting out there to help others overcome depression. So if you'd like to raise awareness to our free programs, please do pick up those free stickers at any one of our Sack Life Saver locations. That being said, I also want to shout out some gratitude to Mad with Hats for being first one in here, and Luca and Lisa the Luminary. Thank you guys for being here as well. And I want to shout out some additional gratitude to Shane Fazen of Fight Tips. If you get a chance, check out his videos on YouTube. Some of today's class is going to be based around the information he's sharing out there. He puts out a ton of free, really high quality videos on Muay Thai training, on mixed martial arts training, and a lot of really cool tips out there. Luca said, let's check in on some comments. Luca said, Tim, are you still sick? Heck yeah, I'm still sick. It's only day 2. It's actually a lot worse today. Dealing with a lot of muscle pains, body soreness, fever, headache, what else? The cough is getting worse, and a lot of fatigue, and I think a little bit of brain fog. So it's a little tough to kind of keep it together. It might be because I just woke up from another nap, but super fatigued. I'm sweating right now. Even minor tasks are really difficult at the moment and very exhausting. So I am going to be dialing my intensity down, but the cool thing is coronavirus has not only given me all these symptoms, what it's given me the most of, and what it's going to give me the most of, is proof of endurance, proof of resiliency, and it's going to show me what I can do with an additional challenge. It's going to let me know what I'm capable of. Just like all challenges let us know in life what we are capable of, and they show us how much endurance we have. No doubt you guys have been through challenges before as well, and you're still here. So that is your proof of endurance. That also kind of brings us into why this number is so important. So I hope that you guys, we talked about gratitude going out to you. Go ahead and think about your piece of gratitude today. That'll help put you in that positive mindset. But let's talk about that second mental health tool, the progress tracking tool. Please do keep track of your daily goal accomplishment. If you're taking this class, or you're taking a martial arts class, or you're finding time to hit that heavy bag and get that somatic release, keep track of that daily accomplishment, because it will add up into more self-confidence, self-esteem, and self-validation. And like we talked about with the challenge that COVID is presenting me with right now, we can present ourselves with a challenge each and every day, and we can overcome that challenge, and it'll have the same effect. It's going to show us how resilient we are, how strong we are, how much endurance we have, and how we can look forward to the next 719 days, or however many days you have been training, and be excited about the now and about the future. So please do keep track of that number. Share it if you got it. It's a great way to inspire others. And let's see, some more comments coming in. My gratitude goes to the people still helping in whatever capacity and scale that they do. Yes, thank you. Thank you to the masses out there, to everybody who's making life about the bigger picture and helping others. Shout out as well to JE797. Thank you for the support. Jolene, the Boomerang Queen, appreciate you. Thank you for your support out there. Simon Amaze. Luca says he prays for me every night. Thank you, Luca. Appreciate that. Simon Amaze, sending good vibes, and said everybody have a good day. Thank you, Simon. Brett, a.k.a. Saul. Oh, a lot of people in today. Thank you guys for supporting. Luca sent me a picture. I'll check that out later, buddy. Thank you. Slayer Ken is here. And Luca said his day is 80,193. Just kidding. Yeah. When you get there, it's going to be huge. I hope that you are keeping track of that number, because it will continue to build. And remember, there's no limit to how much progress we can make when we make our goal progress, right? Make that process the goal. Slayer Ken says, "What's up, bro? How you feeling so far?" Terrible. I feel terrible. I feel the worst. But I'm gonna moderate down. I'm gonna moderate that intensity down. Make sure you guys are doing the same. This is normally our high intensity 3-round class, but today for me, it's definitely going to be a lot lower intensity. So I'm going to get technical. We're going to talk about, like I mentioned in my gratitude section, Shane Fazen has a lot of really good, really valuable information he shares on his channel at Fight Tips on YouTube. Check that out. So we're going to talk about some technical stuff with the lead teep, when to use it, where we can use it, how we can use it strategically, and how we can use it as a counter for roundhouse kicks and a few other things. And it's been 327 days for Slayer Ken. Heck yeah, congrats on that progress, man. Staying consistent all this time, getting closer and closer to a year of progress every day. Proud of you, brother. Thank you for being here and being an inspiration. Lucas said he missed karate this week. I'm sorry to hear that, buddy. Karate is going to help build you up, build that self-confidence, self-esteem, and teach you even more tools that you can use to get stronger out there. So I hope that you do make it to next week's class. And he said, "Do you have people with no arms? Are they okay?" You're talking about Bob. It's all right. He was born that way. We accept him the way he is, and we love him for it. He was also built to take abuse, unlike normal people out here. He's happy to help us train, and we can punch him in the face all day long. If you do get a Bob, those are some of the pros to Bob ownership. But let's get back on track. Make sure you guys have a lot of water. Make sure that you moderate this intensity level to challenge you to your skill level for the day. And remember, it's not about what you did yesterday. It's not about what we'll do tomorrow. It's about the moment. It's about the here and now. So tune into how you're feeling. Avoid those signs of overreaching. Lightheadedness, dizziness, seeing spots, nausea in the stomach, all those things are signs of overreaching. So you want to dial that intensity back. We're going to talk technical. We're going to break down that lead teep first, and we'll be throwing some jabs and crosses in there. We'll be talking about the measuring jab a little bit, how we use it to set up shots, and how we can use that lead teep, again, to disrupt the movement of our opponent. We'll have 3 rounds, 3 minutes each, 1 minute breaks in between to catch our breath and drink some water. Again, I'm going to be going at a slower pace, but you can moderate the volume of punches, the volume of strikes that you throw, the speed at which you throw those strikes, and also the intensity at which you're putting the energy behind those strikes. So you can really throw your body behind it and really exhale through that strike, push hard, exhale from the gut, right, from the belly, pushing that breath out of the mouth, put a little extra snap and power in those punches, really drive through it and moderate those different things so that you can give yourself a challenge. It's all about the challenge. There's no growth in the comfort zone. So let's get uncomfortable and start growing together, right? We're going to grow through what we go through out here, whatever challenges may be. So we'll also have the fighting spirit of the 80s going to fuel our progress, and we're going to get right into it. I'm going to kind of break down the technicals as we go, just because the high intensity is going to be really difficult for me today, and I got to respect my body, right? Got to take care of ourselves. So let's kick this thing over.
Bluetooth pairing.
And that creepy be going. Bam. If you like the tunes, you can stream them for free on Spotify. Just search artist@sacklifeofficial.com and let people know if you like them. They all raise awareness to the website, which again empowers people with free tools and these free classes. So please do spread it around, stream it, share it. Let me know what you think about it. That being said, let's get back on track. Shout out to Jay, my brother out here in Jersey. Appreciate you. Thank you for that support. So we're going to get into those technicals. I'm going to start the timer, and we'll make the description and the breakdown kind of part of the lesson today, just so I can lower the intensity for myself. Remember, it's always cool to give yourself a bonus round. If you don't get that high intensity out that you're looking for today, you didn't challenge yourself to that high heart rate, that high energy output, give yourself a bonus round. Continue to drill as long as it takes to really give yourself a challenge for the day. Alright, let's square up with our opponent. Visualize that target. Remember to visualize that physical embodiment of depression or anxiety. Make him your depression dummy, your anxiety dummy. From a square position, we're going to start with that standard jab cross, right down the center line. Small step forwards, we twist through the shoulders and hips. twist through the shoulders and hips, turning those fists over and landing with those large 2 knuckles. Pop, pop, those are your fundamentals. Use them at all times. Right down that center line. And square up. Now we're going to talk about the measuring jab, and that's how we're going to start setting things up here. The measuring jab comes just from the hand, right? We're not twisting through the shoulders of the bodies. We're just tossing that measuring jab out there to find that distance. We're using it in our rhythm, right? In our pace. Find that striking distance. And often, both people are going to want to be outside of striking range, so they're going to be just a little bit outside of your longest range attack. Longest range attack is typically going to be that lead teep, right? That lead leg straight out, all the way out, is going to be the longest reach you have for an attack. So what we want to do is we want to try to land that lead teep. Let's break down the lead teep real quick. To fire that lead teep off, we're going to stand nice and tight in our balanced Muay Thai stance. We're going to lift that lead leg on one plane. Boom. We're going to fire through the hip, driving the hips forwards, letting the shoulders go backwards, keeping the chin tucked. We're going to chop the arm on the same side as that lead leg, as that striking leg. So lead teep now. Boom, right there. We're going to curl the toes back and use the ball of the foot to stab in to that opponent with the lead teep. Boom, so it can do some damage, as well as being just a push kick. Lead teep. Boom, right there, back to stance. Lead teep. Boom, right there, back to stance. Remember, let the shoulders go back as the hips move forward. Chop the arm on the same side and breathe through it. Exhale through it. Guard high, back to stance, back to the measuring jab. Measure and find that distance. Once you're close enough, we're going to fire that lead teep. Now let's say it didn't reach. Let's say we're measuring, we're trying to get that distance, but our opponent is staying just out of range, and that lead teep's not going to reach. Boom. What we need to do is get closer, and we're going to disguise it. Instead of lunging forwards or stepping forwards, we're just going to bring that rear foot up to the front foot, and then fire the teep. Boom, from there. That's going to let us cover those couple extra inches that we need to make contact. So practice with that measuring jab. We'll keep his guard up, keep his defenses high, keep him distracted. And then on one measuring jab, step that rear foot close into an L and then fire. Boom. Fire that lead teep in. Back to stance. Stand square. Chin tucked. Double shot. Right down the pipe. 1, 2. Lead teep. Bam. There it is. End of round 1. We got 58 seconds to take a break. My Aunt Carmen's in here. Thanks, Carmen. Appreciate you for being here. Family support. Love you, Carmen. Thank you. Compliment. I may look great, but I don't feel great. We're going to change all that. We're going to get in some progress today and build our immune system up. The thing about high intensity exercise is while we're doing it, if we are exercising at high intensity, it does weaken our immune system, but with rest and recovery, we get to recover stronger. So it's all about consistency, it's all about staying dedicated. And also, I'm not going at high intensity today. I'm moderating down, trying to make sure I don't push too hard. Just being here is a challenge for me, so I want to respect that challenge and make sure I don't overdo it. Alright, we're going to get back into stance, and we're picking up right where we left off. Squared up with that opponent, tossing some measuring jabs, right, towards the face, keeping that guard high. Remember, for the measuring jab, don't twist through the shoulders and hips. Don't toss with power, just toss those quick little test that defense, find that range, and keep that body weight moving, front foot to back foot. Front foot to back foot. Boom, boom, boom. You can make those little steps in, those little adjustments, getting closer and further away to that opponent, keeping his guard high, keeping him distracted, eyes up top. And then once you toss and you're ready to launch that teep and make it connect, what you want to do is toss that lead, that measuring jab, boom, and step the rear foot in, kind of like an L. Bring that rear foot up close to the lead foot, and then fire the teep from there. Boom, straight down the center line, boom, right towards center mass, curl those toes, drive through the hips, and really push those hips forwards. Bang, tuck that chin for extra balance, and then square up. Now we got him, we close that gap, and that's a gap of inches. It's a game of inches, millimeters, and milliseconds out here. Keep that measuring jab going, right, nice and light. Keep their guard high. When you're ready to fire that teep, we're gonna bring the rear leg up in an L shape, disguising it, hiding it with that lead jab. And then we're gonna toss the teep from there. Boom, right down that center line. Chop the arm on the other side for balance, for more power. Chin tucked for balance. Drive it into that center line. Oh, don't lean too far back. And there it is, back to stance. Now let's talk about disrupting an incoming roundhouse kick. So the shortest distance between 2 points is always a straight line. We're going to take advantage of that law. And when we see a roundhouse kick coming in, we can fire a teep, boom, straight down that center line, and we should be able to connect before they do. The trick is spotting that roundhouse kick. Most people learn to turn that front foot out and take a step to load up for that roundhouse. So that's what you're going to look for. When we're fighting in the ring, toss some jabs and crosses, keep that intensity going. Keep it going, down that center line. When we're fighting in competition, in theory, right, because I haven't competed, just a martial arts enthusiast out here, bump, bump, bump. But in competition or in the ring, you want to keep that eye gaze not locked at your opponent's eyes, but you want to look kind of down towards center mass, a little bit under the chin. That way you can get a full scope of what their feet are doing and be prepared for those other attacks. So when you see your opponent take that step out and plant their front ball of their front foot, you know they're loading up for a roundhouse kick. And that's going to give you the time to fire a quick, straight teep right down the center line and knock them back off their balance. Right there on one foot, they're about to take the other foot off and knock them off their balance with that lead teep. Ooh, that's the end of round 2. Catch your breath, drink some water, check in on yourself, make sure you're not pushing too hard. Holy cow. I'm barely moving out here, but I don't know if you can see. I'm sweating like crazy. It's no joke. We got 34 seconds to get ready for the final session. We're going to use that teep a little bit more and continue disrupting that roundhouse kick. We're looking for the foot turn, right? We're looking for that lead foot to step off the line and turn. That's the sign that a roundhouse kick is coming in, right? Our opponent's going to step off that line and then toss that roundhouse kick through the hip. So we're going to keep our gaze kind of here around center mass so we can see everything coming in. And we'll look out for those limbs, and when you see that front foot turn, that's your sign, and fire a quick, your quickest attack that's going to reach the same range for kicking. Or kicks are our longest range attacks. So you don't want to toss punches here, it's probably out of range for punches, but you can get them with that lead teep. So visualize that opponent as an active threat. Let's toss a couple jabs and crosses in there. Down that center line, keep it going. Remember, fire at your volume, at your intensity. Turn those fists over. Right down that center line, chin tuck, guard high. Square up, keep it going. Bend those knees. Turn through that body. And now we're gonna spot that incoming roundhouse kick. Look for that opponent's foot turn. They're gonna step off the line. That's your signal to fire your lead teep. So go ahead, fire that lead teep hard, knocking them off balance. And then you can chase them down, bump, 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 and drill them. Drill them with a couple rounds of jabs and cross. You can chase them down and toss your own roundhouse kick, whatever you'd like in there. Square up, hit them with the 1-2. Back to stance, 1-2. Back to stance, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to stance, square up. Spot that foot turn, right? Foot turn on our opponent. Signals the roundhouse kick. Fire the teep. Bang, right down that center line and knock them off balance. The other thing we can do here is when we see that foot turn happen, we can target the knee. And it might be a little dirty, but it is going to do the same thing. It's going to disrupt their balance. It might damage the knee. You might hyperextend the knee as well. But it is a totally legal strike in competition. So in that center line, square up with that opponent, visualize them, and visualize them stepping in with that foot turn to launch a roundhouse kick. You still got the advantage when you go in a straight line to that knee. We're going to bring that foot up, not as tall this time, and angle it, right? Angle it for that knee. Drive through for the teep right to the kneecap on an angle. Some people call this an oblique kick, but really it's just a low teep targeted at the ankle. Bang. So if they're orthodox, they're going to be stepping out on this side for a lead kick. That means their knees exposed, their ankles exposed. You're gonna come across, boom, right there. If they're fighting southpaw style, they're gonna step out on the opposite side, right? Their leg's gonna step out to this side. So you can still use the lead teep. You're just gonna have to turn it, angle it to that side, and catch that kneecap, send them off balance, and knocking them out of the game. Back to stance, square up, hit them with the 1-2. Visualize that target, turning the leg, signaling they're about to launch that roundhouse kick. And what are you gonna do? Hit him with that lead teep. Bam, right there, back to stance. He signaled again for the roundhouse kick. Hit him with that knee, right? That oblique kick. Bam, right there, back to stance. Square up, a little bit of overtime here. Hit him with the 1-2. Back to stance, lead teep. Back to stance, cover the distance for the lead teep. Leg comes up. Bam, back to stance, spot the roundhouse. Lead teep to disrupt. Spot the roundhouse, oblique kick. Bam, back to stance, and there's the end of all the rounds. Holy cow. I feel good because I accomplished my goal, but at the same time I feel terrible. It's a weird zone to be in right now. Shout out to Carol Paradox, that's my ma. Love you, ma. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate the support from the fam out there. If you stuck with us, that was 3 rounds of exercise that can change the rest of your life. If you do keep track of it, let that number build, and let that number be proof to you of what you can do and what you are capable of under any circumstances. Whatever is challenging you, give yourself credit for overcoming that challenge, because mental illness is a life-threatening condition. Depression is a life-threatening condition. So every day you stay alive is proof of your endurance, is proof of your strength, let alone the days that you get up and you fight forwards. It's even more proof of your strength and endurance. So please do keep track of that so you can know what you're capable of and what you can look forward to. Until next time. Brett says, check on the comments. Brett said, woo, thanks Tim, appreciate you brother. And Mad with Hat said, dude, too much. Oh, dial down. Hey, I'm dialed all the way down right now, brother. This is my lowest intensity setting. So let's see how things go. I will be here every day to support your growth as long as it's humanly possible. No matter what COVID tries to throw at me, it's only going to make me stronger in the end. And I hope that you realize the same thing, that same fact about anything that is trying to challenge you. Until next time, catch you same exact time, same exact channel, same exact life, exact man out.